would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the BYU Cougars, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cougars offense will have the opening possession of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going...
There he goes! Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
This doesn't happen with just anybody at tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. He'll do the rest and make big gains.
And the Cougars, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Finds his man. It's Lawrence. Open space at the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, BYU! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. You want to talk about coming out and setting the tone and making your presence known immediately.
And every coach talks about it all during the week, how important it is to start fast. But coming out and executing is another thing. Great start for the offense.
So West Virginia's offense has its first opportunity of the day. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
He's got it. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out of the gun, the inside give. Spins away from the defense. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Owen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Mountaineers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Now adjusting. Finding an escape route. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Third down coming into Morgantown. Faithful making it tough on this big play. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Mountaineers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Trying to get the corner. Still running at the 35. There he goes down the right side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, BYU. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And the Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll try the toss to the left. Running to Green. To the 10. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
They kick it away on fourth down. He'll field the punt. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Gonna try to get it himself. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll run the toss. Running into the open space. Turning on the Jets. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
BYU lines up with a first and goal. Marches ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Grabbed over the middle. It's Slater. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if it breaks into the open. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Toss sweep to the right. Creates a little space. Across the 35. Running free. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, BYU!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Bringing it back. And the returner will be brought down. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. The give on the inside. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now backed up in their own end. It's 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He might want another play. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the...
Turning it on! Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU!
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air on 1st down. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Looking to fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
And that's why you got to avoid third and long situations if you're on offense, because the defense knows it's pass, and all these guys are pinning their ears back. They're getting upfield, and you're under so much duress. On top of that, you give up a fumble. That is a huge play for the defense.
Barrels ahead, and he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. The Cougars moving quickly to the line. On second and goal, he gets another chance. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougar!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? These corners backing off a bit. From the gun, running back on the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Morgantown, sign me up for another half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. At the 45 on his way. Wide open space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Mountaineer!
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Nevada is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Reno. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Utah State. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Gets the back moving. The pitch to the left. Slithers into space. There he goes. Touchdown, Cougars. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And he makes the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Well, how about that stick at the end? Nice job sticking the big tight end, making sure he doesn't get that first down. That's how you play physical defense. That's how you make him remember those tackles later in the game.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
He breaks a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
On 1st and goal, let's see if BYU can score here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. BYU lines up quickly. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put him behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'd be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical.
Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Let's see what he can do with it.
The returner brings it out to the 34, and the BYU offense will take over.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a...
Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Got it, looking for the first down. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. And the ball comes to rest right there.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
Here's the handoff. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out.
It's a seam wide open. He's at the 40. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? Makes the grab.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Mountaineers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. And the Mountaineers are rolling down the field. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Rushes on him. Fires to the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. On the run from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
And the Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's loose. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This guy is really unique. Top 5 in the country running the football right now, and I love the way this offense gets him involved. They're able to move him around a little bit. They change up the schemes, but the big key every week, get him the ball, let him go to work.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to him.
Offense changing the play. Now the play fake. Looking for an open area to his left. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.